Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people.
Ready? Ready?
I told What you told? Penitentiary teachers, we selling slavery sentence. My Twitter feed never mention these feeding our children these but in the mentions with rappers ain't worth a mention. These getting attention for selling ignorant. I believe in black and I can see the rap. And I believe in cap and I agree with cap it. I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that. Hallelujah.
Ready? Ready?
Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Baby wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. Still got her. I still got her. Back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got her. And yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of foxy mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. Still got her. I still got her.
is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Saints on Thursday night.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. On third down, Winston. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized him. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Colin Saunders with a big-time sack on third down. It's a low. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls.
This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. So a good on for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here, Winston. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium, a tough test for the Cowboys as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas, a glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And then finally a good one on Sunday night between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. In the first half, it was the veteran Jameis Winston just doing his thing. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Time to jump back in. Opening drive, third quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Shoving through the defense. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the Mets on him will step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's Winston, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed. And look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. From the gun, Winston. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive.
A 4th down coming up. Decision time now, as this would be a long field goal attempt.
A 57-yard attempt.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake.
Ready. Let's go.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And it barrels right into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Jameis Winston scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. A field goal does them no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man. It's a 2-score game in the 4th quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs the football. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to
Partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for New Orleans, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Back in my ways. Yeah. Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change, can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me the front lines. You never mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on my mind. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going to school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see Jameis Winston. He's coming up a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Saints and the Panthers on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Still 0-0 here in quarter 1, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Working out of the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 points. This defense backed up now as they're looking at a 1st and goal just inside the 10. Young will set to throw. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Come on, set.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That throw by Young incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it.
We have a developing situation here following the interception. A golden chance for points as the offense is back out there with a 1st and goal to go. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just... Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert.
Ready.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now pause here for an injury, and not the guy this offense wants to see hurting. That's Jameis Winston who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First throw now for the backup Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints drop. This offense has been clicking pretty well here in the first half. They've got this. Now can they add to it here with a final drive in the second quarter? Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. And quickly they get to the line.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
They run it again with Kamara. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
What now?
It's a gain of 3. First down, Saints.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And his throw is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they lead the visiting Baltimore Ravens at halftime. Deshaun Watson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Texans. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 12.
Again, it's Kamara. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Carr on the bootleg. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football.
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into 4th. Carr. That is caught, And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
Ready?
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as.
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, Javi.
Ready?
Winston to give. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
Right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Saints are on their way to a 2-0 start. And this is going to bring up a crucial situation here. They're going to try the onside kick. Will they get it? Or can the receiving team prevent that from happening? And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the...
Ready?
It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Touchdown! Michael Thomas. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Saints have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who?
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.